Joining us now is Elizabeth Vargas, host of NewsNation's Elizabeth Vargas Reports. Wow, listening to that interview. And she did not want to talk about her daughter. Her daughter was not there.
Her daughter was not there. Her daughter was 17 when the two of them were taken hostage, turned 18 a few days after they were released. She really didn't want to speak about her daughter's experience in depth, but she did describe what the two of them did, how she comforted her, how terrified they both were, and how she tried to calm her daughter down after they were taken hostage and held for 2 weeks, and what she did to negotiate with terrorists. We'll get into all of that as well on my show tomorrow night. But she's speaking out now because she says she is haunted by what those hostages who are still being held in Gaza today must be going through. While she was there, they lost power and electricity. Food started to dwindle. She was there for the first 14 days. We are now talking 160 days that these hostages have been held in Gaza. So she's speaking out. She feels very, very strongly that peace must be found and that these hostages must be released.
I want to play another piece of sound from your interview, and this is where she talks about the first place that she was taken when she was abducted, and it was a hospital.
They were also happy that they came back with prey, with Israeli Jewish prey. Although I told them I'm an American, but Jewish prey, like we've captured our prey, and everybody is very happy about this.
The nurses were cheering?
Yeah, there is a leader nurse, and all of them were like, I think the other ones were afraid of her. I really don't think all of them were happy to see us. They're very much terrified, because you have to understand that right now they're surrounded with people that are gun loaded, yes.
And she says this is really significant, right?
It is significant because Israel has long maintained that Hamas is using these hospitals as places to store arms, to store men, that this is a command center, in essence, for them. And what she saw seems to confirm that. She spoke with the leader of Hamas. She says he spoke fluent Hebrew. But more chilling, even if we weren't members of Hamas, all those nurses were lined up as these hostages were brought in the day of October 7th of this terrorist attack, and they were all cheering in that Arab cheer that she demonstrated just now in that clip. So whether or not they were members of Hamas, at least those staff members in that particular hospital were fully in support of what those terrorists were doing in seizing those hostages from their beds that morning.
Did she see any of the other hostages while she was there?
She did see a few of them. They were separated from the two men that they were brought over, but she and her daughter were held mostly alone. She says they were moved around several times, but ended up in one place in particular, and that the bombing from Israel started almost immediately, as Hamas knew it would, when they launched this attack, that there would be a terrible retaliation as a result of these deaths.
Wow, important interview, Elizabeth Vargas. Thank you very much for coming on, and we look forward to watching more of Elizabeth's interview tomorrow on Elizabeth Vargas Reports.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.